Yeah, good. Just go on the screen because I can see. Maybe the screen.
Why?
Needed a screen because that's behind.
That's the chat there.
I know, but I'm putting both our side to each other. Yeah.
I won't show anyway.
Yeah, literally that one. Hello everyone, welcome to Alex Elliott Golf. This is this Sunday's swing analysis. So if you guys have sent your swings in this week, they will be coming up in the next few minutes. So I'll just wait everybody to come over from Instagram and then we'll get started, guys, okay? So guys, you want to put a comment down below? Any questions before we get started? That'd be great. Have you played golf this week? Let me know your scores below. I want to know how you guys have got on.
You say something.
So guys, if you're not already, put your comment in below. Just waiting for everybody to come over from Instagram and then we'll get started on all the swings that have been sent in today. Hello everyone, welcome. This is all to do with this week's swing analysis. So if you've sent your video in, guys, on Instagram, head over to Alex Elliott Golf YouTube channel. That is where we're going to be doing the swing analysis. So make sure you head over there. Also, we're going to give you a bit more information on this month's giveaways. So make sure you head over to Alex Elliott Golf. All this week's swing analysis is happening over there. Make sure you head over. Hello everyone, welcome. Get over to Alex Elliott Golf now, guys. Live on YouTube. The link is in my bio. So we're over live on YouTube now. We're just waiting for everybody to over there, and then we'll get on with this week's swing analysis. We have 10 to go through this week. We'll do 10 this week, 10 next week. We're doing 10 swings every week. But guys, you must be subscribers, okay? You've got to be subscribers to the channel because then we can monitor progress. That's all it is for. So guys, welcome. Before we get started, if you're on Instagram or over on YouTube now, cheers, Yori, thank you very much. Put your comments below. Let me know how everyone's got on this weekend. Have you played golf? If you have played golf, what scores have you shot? Just want to know how you guys have got on. 79, let's just go over on Instagram, YouTube, guys. 79.80, par 70, great, good work, HSC Golf. Andrea's waiting for the snow to melt. Andrea's, where are you from? Why have you got snow? I mean, Manchester's not been great, but here's the snow is even worse. How do you get your swing analysed? So basically, Ryan, to get your swing analysed, you have to send it in, direct message me, or send it to AlexElliottGolf, @gmail.com. So send them over, Ryan. I'll hopefully, if you've got time, I'll get it this end of this week. But definitely, Ryan, it'll be on next week. Every Sunday is our live swing analysis. Scotty, 75, gross 100 net. Well done. Good player then. Nice 6 handicap. Good work. What's your target this season, Scotty? So, like I said, guys, this is all to do with the swing analysis live over on YouTube. Basically, just to give you overall about the channel, we are doing Tuesday nights is our tips, as you guys all know. Thursday night swing course vlogs, and then Sunday night is our swing analysis, which is really one of the best nights of the week, I think. I really enjoy giving you guys feedback, looking at good swings, looking at the bad swings, but also just basically looking how good everybody else is swinging it. So guys, if you're on Instagram now, head over to Alex Elliott Golf. The link is in my bio. Make sure you get over there now. HC Golf, perfect. Sweden, Andreas. Jeez. Whereabouts in Sweden? I've caddied for Tom Murray at the Nordia Masters. I don't know if you were there a couple of years ago. We actually finished 7th, I think, which is a really good result. We played with Peter Hansen, which was a great experience. Dan, I'm okay. How are you? So guys, if you're on Instagram now, head over to Alex Elliott Golf. The link is in my bio. We're doing live swing analysis of 10 swings that have been sent in this week. Get over there now so you don't miss out if you're swinging, if you've been sent it in. Tyler, Tobias, welcome. Everybody, welcome everyone on Instagram. Head over to Alex Elliott Golf. Put your comments below. How have you guys been playing this week? Have you had good scores, bad scores? A few guys on YouTube already. But HSC Golf with a great score. Scott on Instagram with a really good score, 100 net. And also got a guy from Sweden here, Andreas, who's not played golf yet because he's in the snow. So everybody feels sorry for him. what do you think about the Cobra one lengths? I can understand the theory behind them, Dan, because if you look at the mechanical arm, you know, like on the adverts when they're testing the balls, everything's the same length. But for me, I don't think I'd get on with them. I mean, I can see the theory behind them, but I just think they're kind of a craze. It's not something I think that would carry on for the future and then be a mass-produced club for years and years to come. I think it's just kind of a bit of a craze, Dan, to be honest. 82, great, really nice. Advice for a freshman golfer, nice. So guys, where are you a freshman? Whereabouts in the States? Everybody, if you're on Instagram now, head over to AlexElliottGolf. Make sure you're over there now. Go and buy now. So make sure you head over to AlexElliottGolf live on YouTube. Go on Instagram now. Bye. So guys, welcome. If you're all listening in, this, like I said, tonight is all about swing analysis. We've got 10 swings to go through. Before we get on, guys, just put some comments down below. If we've got any more questions, we'll start doing swings in about 5 or 10 minutes time. I want to prioritize you guys on YouTube, guys, so I don't want to be doing too many questions over on Instagram. You guys are the ones that have gone over to the YouTube channel, Alex Elliott Golf. So give me some questions, answer them. Hopefully give you a bit of insight of what it's like on the tour when I was caddying. Give you some swing tips. Hopefully help you see your scores improve. This Tuesday, guys, actually a really, really good video coming up. It's all about how to improve the way you practice your chipping. So it's like my chipping challenge. So make sure you tune into that at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. So guys, any questions before we get started? Too wet, Alex. We saw today. Oh, geez. Henry, how wet was it? It was so wet. Michael Beasley, what's the best way to get down from 7 to scratch? What should I practice on? Michael, what everybody would always say, short game, but then you can look at short game as a whole. I think the best thing for people to practice is, one, always consistent off the tee. That is got to be key. But then from there, how far I'm hitting it from the hole between 120 and say 50 yards. That's the key yardage, I think, in order to move yourself down from 7 to say 5 and then 5 to scratch. I think the wedges have got to be sharp. That is just one thing that has to be sharp. I've got to be hitting it inside 10 feet. I've got to be giving myself loads of chances. And then obviously chipping, short game. Can I get up and down if I miss the green? But the main thing that I'd look at is the chipping, pitching, and obviously your putting has got to be very good. But Michael, make sure those wedges are sharp. That's my first bit of advice in getting your handicap down. Also, don't go 7 to scratch. Put it into like little stages. 7 to 5. Right, once got to 5, then we go 5 to 3, then 3 to scratch. Or, because I think if you want to go from 7 to scratch in one go, that's quite a lot to do. No worries, Michael. Hope that advice is good. Any more questions, guys, before we start the live swing analysis? So 10 swings this week. Any more questions, guys? So, guys, just waiting for everybody to come over from Instagram, and then we'll get on with the swings. Got 10 swings here to go through. So, guys, today I've been doing a bit of junior coaching over at Lynn. Henry actually watching now. He was there. It wasn't very nice weather, to be honest. Fully waterproofed up with McGarvin greens. Definitely needed. Rain was coming in sideways, but it was so good to see 10, 11 juniors coming down still in the rain, which is really, really good. New to channel, what do you mainly do on your channel? So, Scott, basically, Tuesday is our tips. So, golf tips could be swing tips, could be ways to practice. Ways to make the most out of your game with either me or Andrew Murray. Quite a lot of really good players coming up. Thursdays is course vlogs and Sundays live swing analysis. Got some great content coming up. We've got Chris Hansen, European Tour player at the moment, kept his card last year. Really, really great player. That is coming up with a course vlog. Also tips how you guys can improve your game at home. Also, we've got loads and loads and loads of fun stuff. We're going to head up to Turnberry. We're going to be going to Portugal to do course vlogs for all you guys. What do you think about the new rules coming next year? I think it's a big talking point to us. We could spend the whole night talking about this. I can understand why they're bringing some of them in about trying to improve the pace of play, because caddying out on tour, some of the rounds were 6.5 to 7 hours long. I mean, it's a long day. But then you can understand these guys are playing for their livelihood. But I think some of the rules shouldn't be changed because it's just the way golf is, and the rules should be strict. But I can understand why, like the one dropping it from an inch. I think we may as well just place it. I think it's going to be so much controversy with that rule going on from one week to the other, especially in your local comps at home. So I'm a bit torn between what you think. What are your thoughts on it, Tobias? You let me know. What are your thoughts on the new rule changes? HSC Golf, I carry 3 wedges, 52, 56 and 60. I was wondering where I should carry a 60 or instead of place it along the club. What kind of golf course do you play at? Is it long? Is it hard? Is it firm? I think that can kind of depend how many wedges. I mean, personally, I carry pitching wedge, 52 and 58. I don't really tend to carry a 60. I just kind of like to open the face up on my 58, but I like to carry 3 wedges. That's what I'm trying to say. HC, I would always carry 3 wedges. That's my advice, but it depends where I'm playing. If it was really windy, I possibly would get rid of a wedge and put a longer iron in, but then I'd probably get rid of a longer iron for a rescue. So I'd always kind of keep 3 wedges in there. I like to be able to use them. I like to be able to have that options with my wedges in the short game. So I'd definitely keep the 3 wedges in there. Joey, what's your options on hybrids? Joey, I am actually using Adam's hybrid at the moment. I really like it. Actually given to me by Tom. The shaft works great for me. It allows me to do it low into the wind, high downwind. So it's really, really a versatile club that I'm pretty confident with. I use it on quite a lot of tees. It's kind of my go-to club if I don't want driver. No problem, HSC. Right, we're going to get started on the swing analysis, guys. First up is Alexander. So Alexander was the winner of the Matt Fitzpatrick gloves. So well done to him on last month's giveaway. There's a little bit more on this month's giveaway coming up in a few minutes' time after we've gone through half the swings. So if we look at Alexander's swing first off, I've just put a circle around his left foot. If you look at it on the backswing, guys, I'm going to show you this now. If you look at his left foot on the backswing, see how it comes off the ground? So guys, if you notice that there, his left foot on the backswing comes off the ground and kind of raises him up, comes out of posture, and he's got to retain that on the way down. So my first tip to Alex would be keep those feet planted. A little drill that could be, you could put a sand wedge under your left foot, just keep that sand wedge under that foot. That's one little tip. Also, I can't see this from down the line, but I'd suggest that he's probably not got enough flex in his knees. So Alexander, my first tip for you is let's keep that left foot planted. Let's not lift that heel up off the ground on the way back, causing a loss of posture. Also, if we look at how he moves into the ball, the club head is passing the hands, guys. If you can see this, the club head is passing the hands. So that's quite a weak impact position. And I think Alexander would probably struggle with maintaining a really, really good strike consistently. So another way, so basically, first one, let's get your left foot on the ground, stay in posture on the way back. A good way to do this, Alex, is if we're stood here, we're in here, and then it's turn with the shoulders, 90 degrees, back to the target, back to where we came from, and then through. You can do this just with your arms across your chest, guys. This is a really, really easy way to do it. And then if you look at him on the way through, really, really, the club passing the hands a bit early, not that really strong position. We see other guys on tour with the hands ahead of the ball. So another tip for that could be, for Alex, is I think if you turn away of it a bit more, that's help him get his hands ahead of the ball. But really, he could just move the ball back in his stance and try practicing a few punchy shots, get that ball flat low, and naturally those hands would start to get ahead of the ball. So instead of talking technically about this having to move there, that having to move there, let's put the ball back in his stance and try and hit a few punch shots. Keep it really simple, guys. So just to go to another question on the YouTube, Tobias has said, I think some of the rules should be changed, but also new ones are going to be interesting. So guys, comment below. What are your thoughts on the new rules? Let me know. I agree, Tobias. The one about dropping it, I'm a bit dubious about because I just think it could be misinterpreted. That's just my opinion. And this bit of rangefinders, are the guys on tour going to be using them, or is it just everybody at home, which I think everybody always does? But I want a bit of clarity on that because I think the guys on tour shouldn't be using them. I think the books are far more accurate anyway. They've got slope on them. They're basically what a Bushnell is anyway, but I think it'd be doing a caddy out of a job, and that's just my view, being a caddy on the European Tour. I think that the pros on tour shouldn't be able to use it if that's what they're proposing. I don't think there's much clarity on that yet. So guys, just comment below. What are your thoughts on the new rules introduced this week? What one are you dubious about? Put your comments down below and we'll talk about it in between each swing. Done that. So just to round up Alex's first tip, let's not get that left heel off the ground, Alex. Let's keep planted, keep those left and right feet in the ground on the way in the backswing. Good way of doing this, put a wedge under your left foot, keep that wedge under your left foot, or let's put something on your left foot, let's put half a tennis ball, anything just to keep reminding you that you've got to keep that left foot on the ground. Then I'd like to see those hands get a little bit ahead of the ball. So instead of thinking technically, Alex, let's just go ball back in the stance a little bit. Let's try hitting some punch shots. So punch shots that will naturally get the hands ahead of the ball, because we're going to hit a lower trajectory. We'll be coming in a bit shallower, making that ball fly a bit lower. Right, guys, put your things down here. Just Don. Professional should be good enough not to use a Bushnell. Well, Don, you need to know. Dan, sorry, it's Dan. Dan, you need to know how far you're going to hit it, and that. So I kind of disagree with that, because the books are what a Bushnell does do. It has slope. It has how far to bunker, how far to carry the bunker, how far to number A, how far to the fairway. So when the guys are going around at the start of each week, they're going around the golf course and they are doing that. What a Bushnell would do for you if you wanted to see how far it is to there. So for me, I don't think they should be using a Bushnell. I agree, but I think they should keep the books, because the books are just as good as a Bushnell. What are your thoughts, guys? Keep putting your thoughts. Really interested to know what you think all on these new swing changes. Guys, because I think as a caddy, the book should so much better. That's just my opinion, probably a bit biased. So that's just what I think. Like I said, guys, put your comments down below. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the new rule proposers on the European Tour, or just in the rules of golf. I think if you're watching the golf tonight, I was watching it before. Great viewing. Let me know who your favourite is, actually. The first WGC of the year. Who do you guys think is going to win? They were talking about the rules on there, and I think there's still a bit of up in the air. I agree, they need to modernise the game of golf. They need to get people staying on. They need to get people playing. They need to get more people into the game, because it's losing people. It's losing young people, which is really, really not the way we want golf to go. So, guys, this is live feedback on your swings. There's 10 swings sent in this week. We're going to be giving you live feedback on all these 10 swings tonight. So if you've not sent it in this week, don't worry. You can send it in next week. And every Sunday night is our live swing analysis of 10 golf swings. But you must be a subscriber. That is absolutely key. So let's give you a little overall of the channel. Tuesday night is tips. Thursday night is course vlogs. And Sunday night is our live sessions, which I enjoy the most. So moving on to the next swing. This is Andrea's. So guys, I'm just going to show you this here. So I have two things if you look at Andrea's here. If you look at his position on the way back, I've just circled his club head there, and if you notice, it's underneath the line. That is basically a very underneath plane. So my first tip would be I'd like to see that work a little bit more up the line and a little bit more through the right bicep on the way back. But most importantly, I mean, one of the best players in the world, guys, is Dustin Johnson. He has a really, really strong club face. But in general, for everybody at home, if you see this club face here, it's pointing the sky. And I'd really like to see that club face not pointing the sky. I like to see it pointing more out to the wrist way. So that would be basically a more neutral club position. I think from this position here, he's going to hit a lot of hooks and a lot of blocks because he's got such a strong club face. Now, that strong club face is probably coming from a strong grip, Andreas. So just to check your grip, let's make sure we've got 2.5 knuckles on the left hand, which is what I like to see. Shake hands with the right. And this little thing here goes into our right shoulder. So, guys, if I just show you this here, I'd like to see 2.5 knuckles on the left, shake hands. And then if you see this little bit here, I want this pointing up into the right shoulder if you are a right-handed player. So, Andreas, I'd just like to see it a little bit less underneath the play on the way back. So working at the line more, working it through the right bicep, not as such a bow position at the top. Let's try and get that position flatter. That's what I like to see. So this is flatter, the grip's better, and this is matching our club face. So we're in a much neutral position. We're probably going to be less hook bias. That's what I'd say. Then you work it down, Andre. It's really nice. I really like his impact into the ball. He's quite open, which is really good. It's powerful. But I just think that wrist position at the top is gonna give us a lot of problems and give you a bit of inconsistency. So, Andreas, let's not swing it underneath on the way back. Let's go more through the right bicep. And what I mean by the right bicep, Andreas, is more on the way back. We're swinging it more here through the right bicep. We're not swinging it around our body. And then we get to the top of the swing. It's not as much of a bowed wrist. It's more of a flat wrist, matching this neutral up that club face a little bit. So not as much of a strong grip, making it a lot easier for you, Andreas, to make it more consistent. That is what I'd like to see for you. So there are my tips for you, Andreas. But great work. Love the movement into the ball. Keep up your good work. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your swings. What do you have to do for you to give feedback on your swings? So to answer your question, all you have to do is direct message them, tag me in them on your Instagram, or send them into AlexElliottGolf@gmail.com. It's really, really easy, guys. But you must be a subscriber. That is really what it has to be. You have to be a subscriber to this. We've got so many swings, guys. You've got to be a subscriber just so we know who we're looking at this week. Like I say, every Sunday we pick 10 swings. So if you're watching this now and you think, oh no, what my swing done? Don't worry. You send it in this week and we'll definitely get it on the channel next week. You'll be one of the first 10. I'll make sure of that. Do not worry. So guys, we've all been talking about these rule changes. Put your comments below. What are your thoughts on the rule changes? Andreas, what do you think on the new rules? Tobias, HC Golf, Yuri, what do you think on the new rules? Give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think on the new rules, and then we'll move on to our third swing of the night. So guys, if you're watching now, third swing of the night is from, I don't have a name for this, but it's the Instagram account, FLVBTZ. That's what we're going to be analysing next. So before we do that, what are your thoughts on the new rules? What have you done today, guys? I've done a bit of junior coaching this afternoon in the pouring rain in Manchester. I mean, wow, I was very wet. And I've come home, had my tea, very nice Sunday lunch, and then I've watched a bit of the golf. Are you guys watching the golf now? Who's your favourite to win this week? Let me know your favourite. I'd quite like to see Justin Thomas, but I don't think he is. If you're watching it just before, he's struggling with his swing a little bit. I think he said on the commentary he'd be sending in swing to his dad, who was actually a PGA professional. So guys, if you hadn't listened at the start, the first swing he did was Alexander. He was the first month's giveaway winner. They were signed Matt Fitzpatrick gloves, and he was the winner of them. He was a lucky winner of them. This month is a swing shirt. So if you saw my Instagram post and this video, you know how to enter this competition. So go and check that out. So basically, this is what the winner will be winning this week. This will be picked at random, guys, okay? So the idea of this swing shirt, guys, to show you here, and the video is in my other video, so make sure you go and check that out. It's all about staying connected, using your bigger muscles to hit the golf ball, making it swing much more efficient. So just to move back onto the comments below. HC Golf, to be honest, I'm against, but I don't really understand the point except of speeding up play. I agree. I think golf rules are as they should be now, and I think because waiting on tour, you get 40 seconds or 45 seconds if you're first to go per shot. I mean, 40 seconds is a lot to take time when you're hitting a shot. I really think there's another way they could have done it with the change without changing these rules to improve the speed of play. That's my honest opinion. I think they could have limited the time you have looking for golf balls, which is great, and that's really good. But then also limit the time. Instead of having 40 seconds per shot, let's have it 30 seconds. That 10 seconds just make you feel, right, I've got to get into there. You've got to be ready. I don't think this playing out of turn, as in we're saying anybody can play at any point, I do really disagree with that. I do not like that at all. I think they'll speed up the game of play, and simply so, I'm all for that. But the new rules, I'm not not all rooted into the old rules. I think there's so much split opinion, Andreas. I think it's gonna the old guard and the golf clubs, I know everybody's probably members at, are going to think these are rubbish, but then you've got to be forward thinking. You've got to get people playing golf and you've got to speed it up. That's what it's all down to. When I was caddying on tour, 6.5 hour rounds, it is a long time out on the golf course. And even if guys are playing at home, they're busy schedules, you've got working. You don't want to be out there for 4.5, 5 hours playing your Saturday medal. Just simply don't. We all have busy lives. You all want to be there probably for 3.5 hours, get your golf done, have your lunch, support your golf club and get home at the end of the day. That's what we all want to do. Tobias, I'm 14 handicap. I'm thinking about buying blades. What's your opinion? Should I even buy them? Tobias, my honest opinion is don't buy blades. Really don't. The game is hard enough as it is. I don't use blades. 2 people I caddied for on tour, Simon Dyson and Tom Murray, they didn't use blades. I reckon 75% of the guys on tour do not use blades. I think the game is hard enough as it is. I think muscle backs are the way to go. Maybe have a graduated set, but to be honest, Tobias, I'd go for muscle backs. Make the game easier. There's no real actual research to say that blades are better for better players because you can shape it more. Muscle backs are just as good. I use Strixon irons. They're not blades. They're muscle backs. The new M1 irons look great. The new Callaway irons look really good. I wouldn't use blades, Tobias. That's my opinion. I think it just make it a little bit harder for you. HSC golf. Drop ball maybe 2-3 seconds, which I think is pointless. Exactly. Well, no, Tobias. If you're on the side of a slope and the ball goes out of club length between where you've dropped it, then you have to keep re-dropping it. That might save 10-15 seconds. But I agree. Really, I think this dropping it from shoulder height is much better because it brings a bit of element of look, whereas I'm dropping it from an inch, you're pretty much placing it, and I really disagree with that. So guys, if you sent them in but you are a subscriber, we'll try and get them done tonight for you. But only if you're a subscriber, okay? But only if you're a subscriber. And we've got the live subscriber count, so we can actually see you're a subscriber. So if you want it on tonight and you're a subscriber, send them in to AlexElliottGolf@gmail.com or send them by direct message if you've seen us on Instagram and you're looking up through Instagram. Send them in there, but you must be a subscriber, guys. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you give that tap button down there and give it a thumbs up and then give it a send. So moving on to the next swing, the third swing of the night. Like I said earlier, it was from the Instagram account FLVBTZ. Sorry, there's no name there. I can't really tell you the name. So the first thing I'm seeing here is this is a person who would definitely benefit from the swing shirt giveaway this month. And if you've not seen that, go and look at the link down below on my Instagram. Find out how you guys can win that really great giveaway. So if I give you this position here on this backswing, let me get to the right position, guys. Give it a little circle for you. If we look again, we can see this golf club is very, very, very inside, very underneath the line. Again, I'd like to see this club working more up along this line through the right bicep. So I think this movement comes from basically a very quick movement inside, opening that face. I'd like to see this work the club a little bit more outside the hands to begin with, through the right bicep and to the top of the swing. And I think this, if you work on those positions, this will stop that little flying right elbow. This will make sure we've not got such, get that done for you there, guys. That will make sure you've not got such a long backswing at the top. And I think this long backswing gives us a bit of disconnection. I think we need to rotate a little bit more from here, a little bit of club outside the hands, but in general, I swing it a little bit shorter. Make sure that grip, make sure you've got 2.5 knuckles on the right, shake hands with 2.5 knuckles on the left, shake hands with the right, and this little crease like I'm on about goes through into your right shoulder. Make sure that grip's key. So guys, let me just show you this again. 2 bits of highlighted are inside the line on the way back. I'd like to see this club work a little bit more up the line. So less of a movement inside. This can be done simply. Let's put a ball right inside. So if I'm swinging back now, let's put a ball just inside the golf ball. I've got to take it outside there. I've got to take it outside that ball, through the right bicep, to the top of the swing. Nice turn, back to the target. Not this flying right elbow, guys. So not this flying right elbow. Nice fold, like holding the plate. So guys, and the second position at the top, that's what I'm saying about here. Let's get it a little bit shorter, a little bit more compact, and I think that'll give you a lot more consistency. So not as much on the line, swinging it outside the hands a little bit, then through the right bicep with the shaft of the club, then to top of the swing, and not as much as a flying right elbow. That is going to give you a lot more solid backswing and give you a better base in order to hit the golf ball. Right, guys, moving on to the next golf swing. So, guys, 1 second. So, guys, just got a little shout out to Josh over on Instagram. Just give you a little shout out, top man. I think we've got your swing on here, Josh, haven't we? Josh, man, yeah, we've got your swing. Yours is actually next. So, Josh, if you're watching now, yours is now. So, guys, this is a really good player, really young, athletic. Going to give you a run through that whole swing right now. I think it's really, really worth a good watch. Nice. So, Josh, things I have picked out with your swing, a few things, but nothing major. Don't worry about that. Really good moves in here. So, Josh, if you see this position at the top, I've drawn a circle where your head was at the start and where it is now. And also, if we're looking at all the top players in the world, if I just draw a line, see if you can see it here. Difficult for you to see here. Let me turn the brightness down here. I've drawn a line down here, guys. I'd like to see this line going through the right, going through right through this hip. So if I was to show you, compare now. I'm going to compare this for you, Josh. In 2 seconds. I'm going to get a good model up for you to compare it to. So, Josh, I'm going to compare this. I know he's got an iron, which is a little bit different to what you have. Just give me 2 seconds. Just getting Adam Scott's swing up. And my key thing here, Josh, I think your hands are quite flat and quite behind you. My ideal thing for you is to be, Josh, is if we were swinging it on the way back, we'd work this club more above, and this line here would go straight through my hip. It wouldn't be around here and wouldn't be as much as the low hands. It'd be higher hands over my right shoulder. I'm going to show you this through here now. So if I get your swing up at the same position, Josh. And then if I get Adam Scott's up here, Josh, as well. Like I said, I know he's got an iron, so it's going to be a little bit steeper, but if you look at the top of his backswing, it's exactly where I want to see it. If you see yours, Josh, here. Sorry about the brightness there, guys. Just going to show you. Not very clear. Not clear at all. There we go. So if you see his hands there, Josh, it's going right through his legs. Look where yours are. Yours are definitely behind and quite flat. So I'd like to see those hands a little bit high on the backswing, more over that right shoulder and less around the body. Make it more like Adam Scott. If you can see the difference there, Josh. See how yours are low, and if I draw a line down, it's outside your body line. Whereas if you look at Adam Scott's, let's clear up. So guys, how did you get that to not look as blurred? Oh, perfect. So that, and his line straight through his hips. That's my tip, Josh. Keep it simple. Get those hands higher, more over the right shoulder, and it's going to definitely give you a lot more consistency. So, Josh, I hope those are good for you. But what I did like about yours, Josh, is I like you move into the ball, and I'm going to show you that now. And I'll tell you why I like that. So, look at this, guys. Look how good this is. Now, this is a great, great, great move into the ball. Look how open he is. So powerful. So, Josh, that move into the ball is wonderful. Let's just get that back of the top of the backswing a little bit more consistent. Hands over the right shoulder a little bit more. Not as around the body, not as flat, more like Adam Scott. Keep swinging through like that though, Josh. That is absolutely awesome. Good work. On to the next one, guys. The next one is Oscar Hendrickson. No, I've not got it here. No, it must be on Instagram. So Luca, if yours is on Instagram, we're going to get that up in a second, so do not worry about that. I'm going to do Oscar Hendrickson next, and then we'll do Luca. And just going to get that up for me. So actually, we'll do that one next. So Luca, yours is next. Yeah, so this is Luca. So guys, I'm showing you this here. Looking at Luca's swing. Just another look here, guys. Just because it's on Instagram, it's just hard to watch it. So guys, comment below. What are your things? What are your thoughts on the new rules? Are you watching the golf tonight? Or the first WGC of the year? So Luca, my first impressions of this is, and I'll show you guys here, is that your posture. I think we're a little bit weight on our heels. We're a little bit crouched over. I'd like to see you standing a little bit taller, Luca. So everybody can watch this now before I give you a demonstration of what I'd like to see you doing. To see us there, I'd like to see you stand a little bit taller. So Luca, I'd like to see it be a bit more. So if we're giving Luca's impression here, weight on our heels, quite a low bum, quite a lot of flex in the knees. I'd like to see more of this, Luca. So nice and tall, bending over from our top, a little bit of flex in the knees. Show you that again with a better camera. So I'll show you there. Bending over my top half, a little bit of flex in the knees, and I'll imagine my bum was on a stool in the kitchen. It's not down low, weight on our heels, weights on the balls of my feet. If I was drawing a line here, guys, my weight would be going straight through the middle. It wouldn't be outside my heels, straight to the middle of my feet. Nice tall with the bum, and strong, powerful posture, Rory McIlroy-esque. We're going to be able to swing it better here from that position, guys. Be able to rotate a little bit easier and definitely maintain our posture through the swing a little bit better. But Luca, great move on the backswing, great move on the way through. Just improve that posture, and we can go from there. But great work, Luca. Thanks for sending it in, Luca. And make sure you tell me how you're getting on. Have you played this week, Luca? I want to know what your score is, how you've got on, guys. If you're not already subscribers, you know what to do. Give that little tap down below. Give it a thumbs up. If you've not already sent it in this week and you've just tuned in, don't worry. Every Sunday night, we're sending 10 swings, getting 10 swing analysis, and give you guys all tips on our Sunday night channel. So, Tuesday night swing tips. Thursdays are our course vlogs. Got some great ones coming up. Got some courses in Portugal coming up. We've got Turnbury up in Scotland. And I'm caddying for a week with Tom Murray on the European Tour in Portugal. And also, we've got a course vlog with Chris Hansen, European Tour player. Just finished in Swanee Open this week, and he's just off to India. So good luck to Chris out in India. So that's really, really, really going to be a really good video. So make sure you do not miss that. So give it a little subscribe, keep up to date with all the latest content, and make sure you don't miss out. So moving on to the next swing is Oscar. So I'm going to play this through for everybody at home, Oscar. Show you guys one more time. This is a really good move, by the way, everybody. There you go. Really nice move, Oscar. The one thing I'd just like to see a little bit better is if you see, before we even hit the ball, give us a circle here for you, Oscar, so you can see I lightly lined. The lines of the swing are really good. This heel here, I'd like to see that stay on the ground a little bit longer. I just think it looks a little bit like we're coming into the ball. I'm a little bit this way. It's not as much rotation. I'd like to see you rotate a little bit more with the bottom half, get out of the way of it a bit more, and chase it down the line rather than a little bit this way. So a good drill for that, Oscar, is, like I mentioned earlier, you could put a club under your left heel for you on your backswing. So if you keep that club through the shot, I think you can't see in this video quite a lot. A lot of other coaches are using this. So you put a club on your left heel, keep that club there. Do not lift that make that club fall down, and I think that'll help you rotate a little bit more through the shot and less of the hips moving towards the ball. But in other words, Oscar, it's a great move. It's a great driving range you're at, by the way. Love the lines on the way back. So good up another line. So guys, if you were earlier and I mentioned your swing and your hands were underneath the line, Oscar's showing us such a great move here. If I circle where his golf club is as well, I'll circle it here for you. Look where it is. It's working straight up that line, and then we move it up a little bit further. On about the right back, he's left-hander, so on about his left bicep, but right bicep for the right-hander. That is really good. James, 100% we can review yours. If you're not already subscribing, James, hit the subscribe button. Send them in to AlexElliottGolf@gmail.com or direct message me over on Instagram, and I would definitely be done next week, or hopefully at the end of this week if we've got time. But like, this is a great move. The lines, Oscar, are great. I just like to see that left heel stay on the ground a little bit longer. It looks like we jump towards the ball and then we turn. I like to see a little bit more rotation and then through. Good drill is, like I said, club under the left heel. Keep that club under that left heel. Do not let it move out. Right, on to Patrick Boyle next. Right, here is Patrick Boyle. I'm going to show you this one, guys. Oh, right, playing now, don't worry. Just in slow motion, guys, that's why it's so slow. Going now, anytime. There's a few things that I've picked out on this one. So Patrick, the few things that I've picked out are, on the way back, the shaft angle here gets a little bit cross line. Our head moves towards the ball a little bit, if you can see this here. See how this is a little bit cross line at the top, guys. So ideally, we'd have that pointing more out in this direction, working more out that direction, not as cross line. So that's also could do that. We could make that move by letting this right elbow fold a little bit better. But also the way I'd kind of work that is, it's kind of like my gospel. This is, I really like this. So we work club over a sting stick just behind us. Then I butt a club through the ball, and then we butt the club down at the ground over here. If we point at the ground, not point at the ground, where's it getting? It's getting cross line. If we're keeping that butt of the club point at the ground, we're not getting cross line. So Patrick, that's my tip for you. Keep that butt pointing at the ground, and it'll help you not get it as cross lined. So let me move into the ball, which is really good. Look how open the hips are, guys. Really good move into the ball. Really powerful. Stays quite centered with the head, which I like. Really, really good move into the ball. But like I said, Patrick, let's get it a little bit less cross line. Let's have a little bit more rotation. Keep off base. Keep a nice center line. So if I see it, what I mean by center line, guys, is this little center line. If we keep that there, rotation, shoulder the ball, back to target, back to where we came from, and through, chasing the ball down the line. That is what we want to be seeing, guys. Get a little bit hot, see a jumper off. Right, now on to Paul Mackinson. So Paul asked me a few ones of the week. Show you guys here. A bit slow motion for you. So So for me, Paul, on my first instinct is a little bit armsy. That's what I'm first seeing. And turning back to the ball, guys, here. Through. So the first things I'm thinking of here when I'm first seeing this action, that grip, I'd like to see 2.5 knuckles on the left, shake hands to the right, and I'd like to see this thumb, I'm about here, guys, pointing into our right shoulder. That is my fundamentals. I'm sort of seeing also, Paul, my first gut reaction on this backswing, I'm not seeing a lot of weight transfer. I'm seeing mainly on your backswing, your weight staying very much on your left side. I'd like your weight 50-50 at address, a little bit of transfer on the way back, then coming back and then through into the ball. Looks a little bit, getting a bit stuck and tilty in my eyes. A little bit keeping that weight there. I'd like to see a little bit of weight transfer on the way back. When you work nicely into the ball and the hands are in a nice position through, and you hold to a nice position, I just like to see Paul, a little bit of weight transfer on the way back. So show this from the side on, guys. Showing you from here, a little bit. So see, I've gone into my left bum cheek, I'm signed to that cheek, a little bit of weight transfer across, back to where I came from, and through into the ball. Show that from this angle, guys. This is great for when you put hands across your chest, left knee comes across a little bit, sitting into that right bum, winding that back to the target, back to where we came from, through, chasing it down the line. That Paul's a little great job for you to stop keeping that weight on the left side and stop looking so stuck and tilty in my eyes. Right, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this one wrong. It's Pietro. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm awful with names. Perfect, James. Get it sent in now. Make sure you subscribe. Let me show you this one, guys. What a great move. Jay Lovery. I'll just check that now for you if you got on Instagram. And we just have to check, see if we've got Jay Lovery on Instagram. We'll check that for you now, and if we have, we'll get it done for you. Don't worry. We're just going through the emails first. So my first instincts of this one, the swing is on the way back. I'd like to see that shaft angle here marry this plane angle like you've set up at address. I think it's quite steep. So you work the club nicely up to here, but then it's very steep and lifted up. I'd like to see that club working more round still. It's a great expression, but I use all the time when I'm coaching, is we swing it round the corner here, and it almost feels like we're holding a plate. Nice like this. It's not as here and working this way. So it'll feel a little bit more rotation with your upper half, Pietro, and then through, and not as much as steep shaft angle on the way back, working flatter. The butt of the club is at the ball. It's not pointing into the ground as much, okay? But then it's a difficult one because you could say that could take a natural, lovely little bit of lag. So something you could I'm very much similar. I get quite steep on the way back and shallow on the way down. I actually quite like that move because look how good this is into the ball, guys. So we're in here and then to there. I mean, the arguments are swing it straight up, straight down, but does that really, really work? Yes, of course it does. Look at Adam Scott. But you look like a really good player. I'd be saying just to kind of work on your shots, kind of hit jaws, kind of hit fades, kind of hit low, kind of hit high, work on your scoring, get those scoring clubs as consistent, as dialed in as you can. I mean, we're nitpicking here. If we're saying steep, flat, this, that, we're just nitpicking. It's not saying it's not right and it's not wrong. We're just saying if it was the ideal position, we'd swing it a bit more that way. Right. So this is Joe Lovery now. Joe is actually a PGA assistant like myself who is on YouTube as well, guys. So make sure you go and check him out. Search him, really good guy, assistant and club fitter and reviewer down in Gloucester. Really good guy. Hopefully going to try and do a few bits with him in the future. Let's show you his swing. There you go, good, you guys. It's balanced, it's smooth, it's nice. Show you guys again. Let's have a quick look myself. I mean, I like how short and compact that backswing is. If I was being picky, Joe, I'd kind of, one thing I would say is, can we swing it a little bit further back? Because I think that I've not seen a driver swing, but if you're swinging the driver, I definitely think you could be swinging it a little bit further back. I like that move a lot. I like how you work the club on the way back through that right bicep. It's not too steep. And then into the ball. I can't put it in slow motion, Joe, but I like how you are turning out the way of it. Guys, if you watch his hip action here and how balanced he is, and then on that left leg through the ball. This is a great example here, guys. Watch this. Look at that, just rotating out of the way of it. Nice swing back. Guys, if any of you are thinking you've got a long backswing, just look at this one here from Joe. That is perfect. Just I'd like to see, if I was being picky, I would say a bit longer, but in general, you guys that swing it long, head over to Joe's channel and look at that one. That is a great move. Onto the right arm, the right shoulder, down and through, but look at the rhythm. The rhythm is key here because the rhythm allows him to deliver that club consistently. It's not off balance, he's not falling behind it. A lot of guys I see, especially juniors that I teach, they're off balance through the ball, and this is a great example of not being off balance, being balanced but powerful and moving efficiently. Joe, great swing. Hopefully meet you soon and get some good work done.
There's a few that you must send them on Instagram. People trying to send them on Facebook.
Guys, if you send them on Facebook, that doesn't work. Make sure you send them on Instagram or by direct.
What is next?
So, HSE Golf is the next one.
James is trying to send.
No worries, Joe. Let's get this sorted soon. You can go up to Manchester or I head down to Gloucester.
Say James, do us. It won't let us. It won't do it on Facebook.
James, just no Facebook. Don't let. James, it won't work on Facebook. So send it into AlexElliottGolf. I'm just going to put in the bit below the email to send it to. Okay. So make sure you send it to that one. That'll be a lot easier. And guys, make sure you subscribers. That is the key thing.
Just send me the one.
Which way have you sent it to, James? Let us know where you sent it to. HSE Golf here. So my first impression of this is that we've got quite an erect upper half. So I'd like to see a little bit more tilt from here. So a little bit more over the ball, not as stood upright from our upper half and bent. So good way to get this good posture is really simple. Club out in front of us, bend over from the upper half. See how I've got a bit more tilt here. Club it to the ground, then we can get a little knee bend. I'm not stood upright to it like you are here. Nice and athletic. Bit of bend forward from the trunk. More athletic rather than being so erect, stood upright. I'll show you guys at home this one now. See this posture, guys. This is, if you look compared to Joe's before, this is quite erect and quite stood upright. That's a little bit more bend for the upper half. That's going to help us swing the club up and help us rotate. If your posture, guys, is too erect and too upright, that's going to limit how much rotation we can get from the trunk. And ideally, that's what we want. We want to be turning back to target, back to where we came from, and then through. So, sort that posture out, HSE Golf, and definitely help you improve with your strike and consistency. But one thing I do like, really like, is just move through the ball, guys, and I'll show you this why now. Like I was saying before, that is balanced. It's good. The hips are moving out of the way of it. It's got a nice, strong position, athletic. I just want to see a little bit more rotation from the upper half. That is key. But that is going to come through better posture. If it's stood too upright, we're going to limit how much we can turn. If a bit more over the ball, a bit more bend from our trunk, that is definitely going to help us. So this is Tobias now. Tobias, we've got yours now. Don't worry. So Tobias, my first instinct is if you look at your club head at the top, it's pointing the sky. I think that's a little bit of, only slightly, only slightly closed. One thing I will do, I think I've got this in here. So Tobias, my first instinct is that this club head is pointing the sky a little bit. I'd like to see, is that grip? Have you got 2.5 knuckles on the left, shaking hands to the right, and is this going to the right shoulder? Let's check that grip first. Like I said earlier, I think this is kind of a bit of the opposite. I'd like to see that club not work as much as outside those hands, so it'll feel a little bit more inside to you, and that help you shallow it out into the ball. And I'd just like to check, if you were drawing a line down from this hand position here, Tobias, is that down through our right bum cheek into our middle of our foot? I think it's a little bit behind us. I'd like to see his hands a little bit higher, a little bit more through line straight down through the feet. That's just going to give us a bit more of a consistent position and not be as flat. But then love this move into the ball. Guys, look how open he gets, Tobias, and chases it. It's really good. So if I show you this into the ball, guys, now. So guys, I'll show you again. See how he gutted through the ball. He's open, he's balanced, he's powerful. So it's a really great move into the ball. Let's just make sure those hands aren't as flat, aren't as round the body, more over the right shoulder, and that line going straight down to the middle of our feet. Tobias, that's going to give you a bit more of a solid position at the top. Good work, though. So moving on to Ross. So Ross sent me an email this week, and he said his bad shot is a miss to the right. So let me show you this one, guys. His bad shot is a miss to the right. Right, and I think this is, for one reason why this is. Firstly, like I've said earlier, the hands are, and the club head is a little bit underneath the play on the way back. That's going to give us predominantly into out path on the way through if we come back on the same plane. So a little bit into out on the way back. But my main thing is why I think you're struggling with, basically you're struggling with hitting fades, is because you've got such an out to in path on the way down. So what I mean by that is you've taken the club this way on the way back. So if you're talking a bite wheel, the swing is all on a big wheel. If you've taken it this way on the way back, your body's trying to correct it and you're going to come back this way. So you're going very much predominant out to in path and going left. And if you've got an open club face, that's predominantly going to hit as a fade. If you've got closed club face, you can assure you're going to hit it straight left. So my ideal feeling for you is, let's make sure this hands club is working to the right bicycle on the way back. But then if we're talking a club face, guys, and this is 12 o'clock here, I like to see you go more neutral on the way back and swing it just to 1 o'clock. So 12, 1 o'clock. I think that's just going to give you a bit of more of an into-out path, less out to in, and hopefully neutral that up for you and make you hit less fades, okay? Or less right shots, as long as I'm matching that face up. Matching that face up, have we got a good grip? 2.5 knuckles on the left, shake hands to the right, this up into the right shoulder. Make sure that is key. And I think that's going to help you stop hitting it so far right. Moving on to the next one, guys.
This is Carl Brady who sent it.
This is Carl Brady, who just tagged us on Instagram, who's just on the video now, who's actually just here now. So Carl, let's have a quick look at that. I'll show you guys at home first. 1 second, guys. Here's Carl's video. Well, let's hang on a second here. Jack Jeffrey just had his first hole in one today at Bromley Park, Blooming heck. That's absolutely amazing. Jack, how far was the hole? That is unbelievable. What club did you hit and how far was the hole? Jack, comment below now, let us know. That is absolutely amazing. Sorry, Carl, we'll get onto your swing now. That was just big news, so I had to bring that up. So, this is Carl. There we go. Carl just tagged us on Instagram now. Elmin driving range. I think this is 8th January, this was. So here's Carl, guys. So Carl, first impressions, let's just make sure posing that finish, it sounds so basic, but let's just make sure we're posing that finish like if we were posing for a photo. And another thing, I'm just having a look now that I picked out just there by seeing it quickly. Basically, guys, my channel is all about simple, quick tips that you guys can do at home. Jack, 137 yards, perfect. What club was it? Let me just have a look at this, guys, and I'll show you the swing again. 1 second, just because it's quite a long video, just need to take a few times. But Carl, let's hold that finish. My first thoughts is with this. If you're falling backwards like I've just seen you do there, your weight's predominantly behind the ball at impact. I'd like to see you more onto that left side and chasing it a nice and tall finish through the ball. Secondly, I'd like to see your posture. It's a little bit upright. I'd like to see a little bit more bend from your trunk. It's going to help you rotate a little bit more on the way back. A quick one more look, Carl. Nice, Carl. I like your shoes. Big fan of them. So here we go. So Carl, my gut with this is that club is track. I mean, it's not directly down. It's not down the line, so it's difficult to say. But that club's trying to look quite a lot outside the hands on the way back. But just keep it simple, Carl. My first impression is that your posture is quite a lot upright right here. I like to see a little bit more bend from the trunk. That's going to help you turn a little bit better on the way back, get through the ball. But in general, I've seen your weight's coming back and we're falling back. We're not holding that finish. That's telling me the weight's only going one way. I like to see, good job for you, Carl. In here, back to the target, back to where we came from, open up those hips and through them to the left side. See how tall I am. I'm facing the target, chest to the target. It's not, I'm falling back. It's a really simple job. You can do it in front of the mirror, keep a centered line, back to the ball, through to the target, chest to the target. Keep it simple, Carl. That's my first tips for you. Thank you for sending that in, Carl. Really, really good. But next time, Carl, if you can, would you just make sure it's directly down the line? Just makes it so much easier because I don't want to say something where the camera angle's just a little bit out, Carl, okay? Appreciate the help with the shout out, Joe. Heading out, but we'll DM on Instagram. Perfect, Joe. Make sure you do that. We'll get something organised. So this is Jack Derbyshire who's just sent this in. And he's a new subscriber. So guys, one more time for you. So guys, I'm going to put this on a V1 app for me, so you can have a proper look. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry for the delay. Just these are new ones that I sent in now, so I've not had time to put on the V1 app, but so I'm just going to do now. That's why there's a bit of delay, guys. Sorry about this. But these are the guys that have just sent them in now and brand new subscribers, so we're just going to make sure we get them up for you. So we're getting them on straight away, so you don't have to wait till next week. So guys, if you're not already, comment down below, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and we're going to give you a shout out, talk about your scores, talk about your swings, and just get you involved in everything that this golf channel does. Jack, 71, gross. That is unbelievable, Jack. What's your handicap? What's the par of your golf course? But guys, you can only feature in this channel if you are a subscriber. That is the only thing we can do, just because we can keep a count of who is who, what is what, and if you come again, we can keep a log of how many swings you've sent in. So about the long video. Thanks for the advice. Best of luck with the new YouTube channel. No worries, Carl. Carl, could you actually, I'm just going to put a link or my email in the comment section below. And Carl, send us a video in directly down the line, just so we can give you some proper advice. So if you send us that video by email, I'll try and get back to you this week. No, actually, I won't try. I'll definitely get back to you this week, Carl. Make sure you send me that email with that swing directly down the line, and I'll give you some more tips. So pass us that phone there. Who's the name of the last one? Sorry, yeah. That one there.
Jack Dog.
So this is Jack. Let's put you on here, Jack. So we've got your swing. So guys, I'll show you Jack's again. Really, really nice move this. Nice and wide, strong through. First thing I always put in here, guys, is these two lines, just so we can see if we're staying centered or moving out here. Ideally, we'd stay in between these lines, which Jack does. One thing I would say, Jack, is here. I can't quite see, but I can see practically here. This club face is quite strong at the top. So what I mean by that is the club face is pointing to the sky. So, Jack, is your grip strong? Is it 2.5 knuckles on the left and shaking hands to the right and this is the back shoulder? I know I keep going on about it, guys, but we need these fundamentals to be correct. If these fundamentals are correct, that is going to give us a better base and a better structure for this swing, okay? I'm moving into the ball. This is great here. Really good. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Moving into the ball. Nice, strong. One thing I would pick up, so two things, Jack. Make sure that grip's good. Let's not have a strong grip and that face pointing the sky on the way back. Another way of doing this is, so if I swing on the way back, it's not as hooded here, then pointing to the sky. A little bit of rotation on the forearm, butt the club at the ball, butt the club pointing to the ground. That's going to put the soul to the sky, not the face to the sky. And also, Jack, another thing I can see here is, as we're coming through the ball, we're very much behind it. If I can show you that, guys, here, I've just put this on the video. So, guys, I've just showed you this in the video here. See how we've got a little bit of like a C shape, like I call it anyway. Like that's it, a little bit of that there through the ball. I like to see this work a bit more here. So our chest is more over the ball. Our eyes are following that ball earlier, looking down the range earlier. So we're not as behind it, which is going to hit us hooks or hit it right. Let's make sure our chest is over the ball. And we're chasing it with our eyes earlier, okay? Less of the C shape. Good way to do this is work with your pitching, work with your shots and hit little punch shots. If you've got more punch shots, we're generally going to be over the ball a little bit better because we're hitting that lower trajectory. So basically, hit those punch shots, get that less of a C shape, as I call it. Get yourself following that ball quick with those eyes. Turn out the way of it a bit more and not as behind it. That's my top tips for you. Played with lower back pain. Hopefully, you get another video this week. Patrick would definitely get another video this week. Not a problem, Patrick. Send it in this week, and we'll get it sent over. Sort it out. Moving on to the next one.
Stick to the one.
We've done Alexander at the top. Just done Jack, and now we've got Paul Mackinson. We've done Paul. So, guys, if you've not already sent them in, we'll just do a bit of a Q&A if we've got any more coming in. So, guys, what do you all think of the new rules? What are your views? And also, are you watching the golf tonight? If you're watching the golf tonight, let me know. Who's your favourite? Who do you think is going to win? I'm not sure who I think is going to win, to be honest. I think Dustin Johnson will do it. I'd like to see Justin Thomas do it. But also, Thomas Peters is up there. That's up there. Guys, put your comments below. What do you think of the new rules? Who do you think is going to win tonight?
Joe White.
Joe
White.
So Joe White, we'll get your swing up now. Just sorting that out for you. Ram, sorry. I agree. I think he's a strong player. I think he said his stats were in his first few starts, he had a second, sixth, and then he won. And I think that, definitely secured his card. I'm James. Who do you think is going to win if you're watching now? DJ or John Ram for Patrick? Guys, put down below. Let's see who you think's going to win. So, if you put down below now, guys, let's have a poll. Let's put now, all the guys watching now, let's see who we think is going to win. And next week, we'll shout out whoever's won. So, Patrick is DJ and John Ram. Joe White was the same, Ram. I'm going to go I'm going to go outside the box. I'm going to go either Thomas Peters or Justin Johnson. DJ, guys, whoever gets this right will give you a shout out next week. So we're on to the last swing.
No.
Joe,
James Dewhurst.
So
after that.
got 2 more swings, guys. Joe White and James Dewhurst. You guys will be the last 2 swings this week. Don't worry, guys. If you're watching now and you haven't had your swing done this week, send them into AlexElliottGolf or direct message me and definitely get them done next week. Like I say, guys, we do 10 swings that are sent in and we always pick out a few on the night for the new subscribers. So on to the next swing before we talk about the golf again tonight. Which one's this one, James? This is Joe.
Joe White.
So, guys, this is Joe White. Guys, let me show you this. This is a great move by Joe. Just so slow-mo, that's why it's going so slow. Let me show you that again. It's not very clear. Show you that one more time.
Hold it for longer.
It's a really, really good balanced move. So let's put some lines on there now. Straight off, I'm liking this posture. Guys, like I was saying earlier, for you guys that are too bent over or not enough bend over from the top half, like from the trunk, see how his weight straight through the middle of those legs, straight down to the middle of those feet. That is absolutely perfect posture right there. So Joe works nice on the way back. I love this at the top, Joe. This is really good. I could possibly see you probably swing it a bit longer, but look at that. That's exactly where you want it to see, straight through the middle of there. That is absolutely perfect. One thing I know this is not from face on, but one thing I'm seeing, Joe, is this is a little bit from behind the ball through the ball. I know we're hitting on the up, but with a driver, Joe, if we're going to hit it on the up, I think this all comes from setup. So ideally, Joe, if we're talking tilt until this club hits our left leg, see how the angle of setting my shoulders there. That doesn't help us hit it on the up. Ball on the left heel and swing on the up this way. We're not swinging on the up by creating more of an angle. That's just all that's going to do is add dynamic off the golf club. We want to set that angle at the start and just maintain that swing back and swing through. I just think you're kind of a little bit behind it, a little bit searching for it, a little bit trying to force it up into the air. That's going to help predominantly probably either right or left. And obviously sometimes we're going to hit it straight. But what I do love is that backswing, is that posture. I just think we can move more efficiently, get out of the way a bit more through the ball, and less of this behind the ball with that head here. So chase it early with the eyes. Really simple, but a great example of this, guys. I know this is probably a strange one for me to pick up on, but look at Annika Sorensen. She is a great example of chasing it early with her eyes, and it's really, really good. So Joe, really like that move. Like I said earlier, look at this guy, straight through his right bicep. I like this position here. One thing I would, if that carried on, would it go? So I like that there a lot. Perfect, Joe. Like I said, we're not all about nitpicking and saying what to improve. If we've got a great golf swing sent in, it's just a great golf swing. We don't need to improve it. We're always looking to improve it and always looking to improve by 0.5%. And in the end, they will add up, which is exactly the way my mentality is. If we can improve 0.5% a week, where we'll be in 5 years, that is a great mentality to have. But if it's a really good golf swing, I think, wow, how can I improve my game rather than my golf swing? Can I improve my chipping? Can I improve my pitching? How good I am for my 100 yards? How many times do I get it up and down? It's just one of those things. I think the way I look at my game when I'm playing is I work it back from stroke gained. So what is my strokes gained? Am I plus? Am I minus? Then from there, I can see if I'm losing it. So why am I not hitting it? So why am I not hitting it close enough? Am I missing fairways? Are my wedges not long enough? I'm not going to improve. I'm not nitpicking. Or I'm not going to. Perfect, mate. Cheers. I need the nitpicking. Well, Joe, the nitpicking is let's make sure we're chasing that ball early. We're not as far behind the ball. I know it's not face on, but I can see that head traveling backwards a little bit, even from that angle. So chase that ball, and let's just make sure that we're not getting. One thing I would say, Joe, if you carried on, would it get across the line? I don't think it would, but let's make sure that the club's pointing at the ground. It's not going to point over to the corner and get across the line, okay? But Joe, great swing. Love the position at the top. Just keep eyes on it, okay? Make sure you keep sending those videos in. So like I was saying, analysing your game is a great way to see if you're improving. So how far am I hitting it from the hole? Why am I plus or why am I minus on my strokes gained? So strokes gains, guys, if nobody knows about this, which I'm assuming people don't, it's all about looking at how you are with your putting. But strokes gain can be pitching, chipping, anything. But I look at it from putting. So plus is you're actually gaining it. Minus is you're losing. So it's all about the strokes gained in the field. And this is stats done over a predominant amount of time on the PGA Tour. So if I'm plus, why am I plus? If I'm minus, why am I minus? And these could be down to I'm not pitching it close enough, but I'm not pitching it close enough because I'm in the trees. Does that inform my driving's not good enough? So it's all different ways to analyse your game. But the key areas, and I think need to improve for me and a lot of people at home, I'd guess, is the wedges. People don't hit it close enough between 120 and 100 yards, and 100 yards to 50 yards. And this is even with some very good players. So guys, improve those wedges. Do you use a pitching system? If not, check out my Instagram. I've got a picture of my 3 pitching positions. So make sure you go and check that out. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe if you've not already. So Patrick, 2 shots in it now. DJ Iran. I'm going to have to check that out. But on to the last swing now, and I'm going to be going watching the golf.
Yeah, James isn't. He says he's sending it by email, but it's not coming through at all. He's sending it. I think he's spelling Elliot wrong. This is someone else.
Who's this one?
This is Oliver.
So this is Oliver, guys. So James, make sure you spell my name right. Is it E? It's ELLIOTT, okay? James, if you can't get it in this week, we'll 100% get you on next week. But I can't quite understand why it's not coming across. But James, could you put your email down below, James? And I will, if we can't, I will send you an email over first, and then if we don't get this video sent over tonight, I will contact you and send you an email directly to make sure you're not missing out, okay? But we're going to move on to Oliver now. If we don't get yours in, James, I will send you an email directly with the things that I think you should improve. So just to make sure you're not missing out. I mean, I know you've been watching from the start, and that's why I really want to get you swinging. But if it's somehow not getting across,
it's just come through.
It's just come through. Perfect, James. We've just got it. So we've got 2 more swings, Oliver and James, and then we're going to watch the golf finish, guys. So guys, let me show you this one now. This is Oliver. Show you one more time. Right, first thing I'm going to pick up on here is this club is travelling a little bit too much on the inside on the way back. So if I circle this now for you, Oliver, here. If I look at this position here, see I've circled that there. So this club ideally will be travelling up that line a little bit more. So it'd be going through the right bicep. It wouldn't be as round here. But basically you go quite underneath, and then we save it by a bit of a lift, okay? I'd like to see this club work a little bit more round to start with, just all the way around, not as underneath and lifted. So I think my things I'm picking up there, Oliver, is that you're quite underneath here, and that causes a bit of this motion on the way back. If you can see your head is kind of moved. So I'd like to see this more round. This can be done without a golf club. Round. It's more of this motion. So the club travels outside the hands here, guys. Then the club at the ball, and then round more. See how I move round? My head stayed quite a lot, very still. It's a rotation of my trunk. It's not underneath the plane, lifted, and my head's dropped. So I'd like to see a little bit more round, a little bit more working those lines a little bit better. But also, I can notice that club head is very strong at the top. It's pointing the sky, and that is generally down to grip. So, Oliver, have we got 2.5 knuckles on the left? Shake hands to the right. Make sure that grip's good, and then we can go from there. But generally, the movement into the ball is great. I just think sometimes, and not to bombard you here, I like to keep it so simple. I'm telling you 3 different things here. But I'm going to make it simple. Do 3 tips for you here, Oliver. Not as underneath on the way back, more to the right bicep and turned. And then make sure that grip's better. But then also, there's a little bit of a movement towards the ball. I mentioned this tip earlier in the video. Let's put a club under your right heel. So we're going to keep that club under the right heel through the shot. That is going to make us not move thrusting towards the ball, help us rotate more, which is going to improve us, okay? So on to the last swing here, guys.
I'm just getting up.
So just get the last swing up. And so James, is your swing done now? So Oliver, just to remind you what I'm saying there, that what I mean by thrusting towards the ball is this motion here, the hips going forwards. If we've got a club underneath our heel, like I've done there, guys, underneath my heel, I want you to keep it there through the shot. If I'm keeping it there, I've got to rotate my hips. My hips have got to open more. I can't thrust towards it, otherwise the club's going to drop. So that's another top tip for you, Oliver, about not thrusting towards the ball as much, okay? So, guys, James, yours the last swing. Before we go on, who's got the update on the scores? Patrick gave us the update before. Patrick, what are the scores now? Put down below, what are those scores? So, guys, the last swing of tonight. But don't worry, if you haven't done your swing tonight and you've listened to our analysis and you want your swing doing, don't forget, you can send your swings in to AlexElliottGolf@gmail.com, or you can direct message me on my Instagram. But the key thing is, guys, you've got to be subscribers to the channel. Being a subscriber to the channel, then we can keep tabs on who's who, who's doing what, how people are swinging, and we can watch your progress, okay? It's all about watching your guys' progress at home. So, guys, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe if you've not already. On to the last swing. This is James Dewhurst. Look at this is great. James, are you a county player or anything like that? I mean, it looks quite a good move, this. You got county colours on it, or is your team colours, James? So the first things I'd look at here is, I know it's not a great video, James, but we're going to do our best here for you. So here we go. Let me show you guys at home. So this is James's swing, guys. Nice and wide on the way back. Strong position at the top. Things I'm picking out here on James. So if we look at the impact position. If we're looking at the top players in the world, as they're coming to impact, that leg and this shape here, I'd like to see a bit more like I call it a post of that leg, I guess. See this angle here, James, you've created. So you're very much that big C shape, the weight's all going that way. You're behind the ball, your weight's behind the ball. That's going to probably make you hit a lot of hooks or a lot of straight right shots. So what I mean is, if I had a post here, James, just let screen it better for you. If I had a post here, I wouldn't be, I'm at leg action. You can move that camera so you can see this a bit better. I'll show you down here. I know my face has got off, guys, but it's just to show you this. James's hip action is very legsy. So my knees are going first. This is making my body action be behind the ball and creating this little C shape is what I've analysed there on the video. So I'd like to see, if I had a line down here, James, that post line, I'd see that leg post a little bit better. So more straighter. It's not as kneesy into the ball. So post that leg and then we're turning onto that ball. It's not knees and then behind it, it's moving left together, moving left. That pocket, if someone's pulling that pocket, I'm going to post that leg and turn through it better. I'm not going to be behind the ball. I'm going to post that leg and turn. It's going to be more here. It's going to be done like this, James. Here, post that leg and through. It's not legs starting the backswing, okay? It's left leg, left knee goes, opens, post the leg and through.
He was pretty sure he was hitting a fade.
I mean, you can hit a fade from that position, James, but I just think that position there, you're obviously going to have I just think it's very much that C shape is very much behind the ball. If I compare you to, I'll compare it for you now. Let me compare it now to one of the best players. So if I compare you to Lee Westwood, let me get it up here for you. So Lee Westwood, a very good driver of the golf ball, James. And if I compare you to this, look at the differences here. Straight, C shape. This is what I'm talking about. See how he's post this left leg here, and look at your action compared to his. I think he's posted his left leg. He's not as behind the ball as you are. If you can get that move there like Lee Westwood, it's a lot better. Look how far your weight is behind the ball. He's posted his leg. And if I compare you to the same position, so if I get you just prior to impact, James, as well, so just prior. So same position as Lee here. Look at the differences in his leg action and yours. See how he's posted his left leg and then he's going to turn. Look how bent your left leg is still, and then your weight's just travelling behind the ball. Let's post that left leg, turn more like Lee Westwood. So if we're watching Lee here, I'm pressing down the frames, into the ball, 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 posted, so balanced, and then we're through. It's just that movement is a lot more neutral, a lot more posted. We're not going to be as behind the ball and misfire on a few shots. Guys, oh yeah, thanks for the comparison. No problem, James. Just comparison sometimes is great. I mean, it's good comparing to the players on tour. At the end of the day, we want to swing it like everybody on tour. Of course we do. We want to be as successful as everybody on tour. So guys, just before we go, thank you so much for everybody sending your swings in this week. Really, really enjoyed analysis and comparing to everybody's swing. If you've not already subscribed, give us a subscribe. Give it a thumbs up, guys. Just to let you know, we've got a giveaway. And James, actually, this could be very good for you because this uses your trunk a little bit better. So if you want to win this, James, this is ideal for you. This is the swing shirt. If you haven't checked them out, I witnessed this firsthand with Simon Dyson. He's used this, and Podrick Harrington uses these as well. I saw Simon Dyson when I was caddying for him and the Porsche European Open just earlier, later in the last part of last year. So the idea of these swing shirts is we use a bit more of our trunk, a bit more upper body to hit the ball, we're less armsy and keeps everything connected. If you've not already, guys, on my YouTube channel, there's a video. Make sure you go and find that video, how the big giveaway is, how it works, to find out how you guys can win one of these, okay? One of these. I mean, I think they're wonderful. I love the way we use these. Guys, I think if you guys who watched the video today, these really benefit you. So if you want to find out how you can win this, guys, I'm just going to show you this video now. This is such a good product, and I think it's for you guys at home can actually win this. So let me show you this video quickly. This is the video. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about how you're going to win this. Hi guys, it's a new month and that means a new giveaway. So this month's giveaway is the golf swing shirt. The golf swing shirt comes in 2 different sizes depending on your weight. So the main benefit of the golf swing shirt is, guys, this is the video you need to check out. Your bigger muscles in order to hit the golf ball. The golf swing shirt is used by players on tour. I've witnessed this firsthand myself when caddying for Simon Dyson. So to get your hands on one of the swing shirts, you've got to do one of 2 things. The first choice is to share this video on any form of social media using the hashtag AlexElliottGolf giveaway. Right, guys, you need to go and check out that video in order so you can find out how you win this swing shirt. For you guys at home, I think it'll benefit you. It's a great product, great thing to win. Dusty Dave, great session. Thanks very much. Glad you enjoyed that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Really, really enjoyed doing your analysis. See you next week, guys. Make sure you tune in on Tuesday for my next tip. This is a great chipping challenge. See you next week, guys. Thank you very much.